Talking, Amelia, Amelia, how could you leave me on this way? I knew I should have stayed away. Amelia, Amelia, there's nothing more left to say. It's time to go our separate ways. They say that time is a healer. I don't believe what they say. I'm broken anyway. Ever since we parted, all this pain has started. It's never ending. Under all this emptiness, each time I try to get inside, you're running my own, no time for talking. Amelia, Amelia, how could you lead me on this way? I knew I should have stayed away. Amelia, Amelia, there's nothing more left to say. It's time to go our separate ways. Don't tell me you love me when you're sorry. It's not enough, ooh no. Only this time I woke and broke and free. Amelia, Amelia, how could you lead me on this way? I knew I should have stayed away. Amelia, Amelia, there's nothing more left to say. It's time to go our separate ways. Amelia, Amelia, how could you lead me on this way? I knew I should have stayed away. Amelia, 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 Amelia.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday, and a bit more of a relaxed start to tonight's live stream with that version of Amelia busting out the acoustic guitar and singing with myself. So I can see you guys in the live chat room. Let's get through some names early on. We have in there Joe, Dawn, Annika, Bob, Anna, Joseph, Roe, Linda, Tammy, Laurie, Billy, Suzanne, Pink Thistle, Lucy, Diamond Girl, Deborah, Joe, Dawn, Terry, Roe, Laugh Out Loud, Can, Joy, Debbie, R123, Rockchild, Tammy, Laura, Annika, Leslie, Pamela, Vera's in there as well, Billy goes through again, Barbara's in there. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me on this Tuesday night live stream. Now, for tonight we are going to be attempting another new record for the Lycometer, And it's just been record after record. It has to stop at some point. Whether it will be tonight or not, I do not know. But if you could leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be massively appreciated, because we're aiming for 490 likes tonight, which is a huge total to be aiming for, especially for a Tuesday night. But we will see. If you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. As always, if we do hit that target, then we are going to be having a Phil Jam at the end of tonight's live stream, and that's going to be Phil Jam number 142. So we will keep an eye on the likeometer, which I will get up on screen, but I always have to find where it runs off to when we start the live stream, because everything's set up as it should be, and then as soon as we go live, it runs off to a different part of the screen in terms of the capture. So thankfully I've managed to just rearrange that while I was talking. It is 196 that we are at, almost at 200, which means we would be looking for 190. So there we go, 290. So quickly correct the maths there. 290 more thumbs up we are looking for in order to hit the likes goal for tonight. So yeah, hitting that thumbs up would be massively appreciated. What is also massively appreciated is the support of my patrons, because they make this all possible in the first place. So thank you guys at the bottom of the screen. You know who you are, and regular viewers will know that their names go across the bottom of the screen throughout every single live stream, because they allow me to do this and every single video on my channel. So yeah, big shout out to you lovely people. And we have hit another number with the subscriber count, and I will pop this up on screen, because now we are at 380,000 subscribers. So thank you guys, not only for hitting the thumbs up and getting involved on the channel, but subscribing and hitting that notification bell and all of that cool stuff. It is very much appreciated. And like I always say, we'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up with the subscriber count. I think it's a great audience to have already, and it's always great when we go up by another maybe 5 or 10. So then, I mean, 380, yeah, is certainly a large number, and we'll see where we end up. But thank you guys for subscribing. So we'll get that off screen, and hopefully it's now made everybody be a little bit more quiet and more reserved rather than all of the cheering. I can see that there has been a donation in the super chat window, so thank you, Paul, for that. And before I forget, there was a donation at the end of the last live stream, right at the end, and it was David who donated $3. So thank you, David, for that donation right at the end of the last live stream. I did see that as it went through, and because I'd already finished the live stream, obviously I couldn't mention it on screen, so I just typed it into the live chat room, but I thought I would address that during the beginning of this live stream to make sure that you know that I did receive that donation, and I did see it. So thank you for that, David Catalano, to mention the surname as well, just in case David isn't sure which David it is. But yes, thank you for that donation. And this is the point at which I say you don't have to donate. Just watching is fantastic. And maybe leaving a comment, introduce yourself into that live chat room as well. Say hello. That's how we all get to know each other in the live stream, because I can see all of your usernames going through, and we just get used to each other's usernames. And yeah, it's great to interact with you guys in a live setting on a Tuesday and a Saturday. We also live stream on Saturdays at the same time, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But you don't have to donate. But for those people that can't resist donating, I think it's important that you know between 40 and 65% goes to YouTube through the Super Chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal. And there's a PayPal link in the description below if you guys want to do things that way, but you don't have to donate at all, as I said earlier. So yes, we will be jumping into the donations that have come through on PayPal as well. But first of all, thank you, Paul, for that donation. And it was $5. So thank you for that. And the message was, yay, 380,000 subscribers. Most excellent. Everyone have fun tonight and spike those likes. All y'all rock. So thank you for that, Paul. Great idea. If you can hit that thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated in order to get us maybe to that huge likes goal for tonight. And it would be a new record, as I've already said. So we are attempting some record breaking for tonight, which we attempted on Saturday as well, which I believe was the same total that we went for. So it was 490. So obviously trying to hit that on a Tuesday is going to be a challenge, but we did hit it on Saturday, even though we only just did it right at the end of the live stream. So we had to quickly get in the fill jam at the end. So I think we might be a little bit hard pushed in order to get that total tonight, but we will see. Fingers crossed. Right. Jumping into the PayPal window, because there have been some donations in there. We had a donation from Nicole, so thank you for this, Nicole, and it was for £10, and the message is, hello, Phil. In life's priorities, there is definitely wings of Pegasus, always music, fun, always charm, winning cocktail. Have a good week, Phil. Love and kiss from France. So thank you for that, Nicole. And there's another one that came through, and that was Tammy, who donated £10. So thank you for that, Tammy. And the message is, hi, Phil. Congratulations on hitting 380,000 subscribers. How do lyrics contribute to the power of a song? Rock. So thank you for that, Tammy. And I think sometimes there can be a song that is even in a foreign language, but the melody of it and the sound of it can, have an effect on you, and you can really like a song, even though you don't know necessarily what's being said. But obviously, lyrics, when you can understand them, make a huge difference in a song. And either the power or the meaning behind it, all that kind of stuff. And some songs have lyrics that are a little bit more, I don't know, cryptic, trying to figure out exactly what they mean and all that kind of stuff. So I think lyrics do make a huge difference from one song to the next, and some lyrics can be more light-hearted and not as serious, but you can still get great songs that aren't necessarily really deep, meaningful songs. So I think it's a huge thing that a lot of singers spend a lot of time writing lyrics, and then some singers don't, and then should I say some artists don't even write their own lyrics, like Elton John. So sometimes it can be a mix of two people or even a few people that just make a great team. So I think lyrics make a huge difference, but it's not the be all and end all. Like I said, there can be songs that you don't understand from a lyrical point of view, but you still might really like that song. Or the melody of that song. So thank you for that, Tammy. And Lisa W has donated £7.53. So thank you for that, Lisa W. And the message is mentioning a video that we had recently on Randy Travis, and it says, hi Phil, this is for your decorum and sensitivity in the analysis of Randy Travis and the use of AI. You handled it beautifully, and I also loved it. The music was so beautifully moving and well done. Loved your analysis on this one. So thank you for that, Lisa. And I think with that previous video that we did on AI, that maybe people thought that it was a negative thing, or certainly I think the thing about AI is it's all about who's using it and what you're using it for. And I thought it was interesting to do a video on that use of it by Randy, because he's created something that is artistically credible, but still something that particular artist wouldn't have been able to do without the help of AI. So I think it was good to show two sides of the story. And that reminds me that we do have troll corner later on. There's been a few comments in there. One of them was under the Randy Travis video. It didn't really make a lot of sense, that particular troll comment that I got, but I'll read that out a little bit later on. So yeah, troll corner fans, at least you'll know that there will be a troll corner a little bit later on, so look out for that. We also have the cover video for tonight as well, and that is between I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight and Parisian Walkways. So if you want to hear either of those songs, make sure that you click on whichever one you want to hear. It's going to be my version of either of those, so that we can take a look at that a little bit later on in the live stream. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But thank you, Lisa, for that donation. And Debbie has donated £10 as well. So thank you for that, Debbie. And the message is, hi, Phil. Congrats on 380,000 subscribers. Great job on the Randy Travis analysis. So glad you were able to shed a positive light on using AI. You are amazing. Love you, Debbie. So thank you for that, Debbie. And yeah, very similar kind of point being made there by Debbie as well. But this is the thing about the videos that I do on the channel. As you guys will know, that I try to be as objective as possible, and there'll be some videos where I feature something like AI, and it might be something that people think is a negative thing for the music industry, but then yeah, I think it's interesting to look at the positive applications of it as well. But like I said, it's all to do with who's using it and what they're using it for, and that doesn't only relate to music, but in the wider world and the overall application of AI, because yeah, it's certainly a very powerful thing that could do a lot of good for humanity. But unfortunately, I think yeah, it's probably already being used for, I don't know, national defense purposes, stuff like that. I think that's probably the first thing that it was used for. But anyway, thank you for the donations. And yeah, like I said, you don't have to donate, but they are very much appreciated. And I can see that a couple of people have popped into the super chat window. So thank you for this, Vicky. And the donation is $5, and it is the Pear Man doing a mic drop. So thank you for that. And because it's looping, it's like he's doing a mic drop and he's picking up the mic and then continually doing it, which isn't generally how it goes. But thank you for that, Vicky. What he should do is mic drop and then walk off. That should have been the animation. But that's something that these people at YouTube can probably figure out for Mr. Pearman or Mrs. Pearwoman. Or just Pear. We can just call him, them, it, Pear. So anyway, getting into the next one, Carolyn has donated £2 as well. So thank you for that, Carolyn. And that is a straight up donation as well. So no message with that. So thank you for that. We do have a picture corner a little bit later on as well. A couple of pictures to take a look at. So yeah, I mean, we've got to keep an eye on that likeometer to see how close we get, because we're almost at 300 likes now. I pointed out when we were at 200 likes. We're almost at 300. We're looking for 14 more people. We're going to need every single thumbs up we can get on this Tuesday night, because 490 is a huge total. It would be a new record. So yeah, we will see if we can get anywhere close to that before the end of the live stream. Who knows? Right, now I'm semi-tempted to jump into Troll Corner now. And, oh, by the way, just in case we do hit the Phil Jam total for tonight. Oh, this is another Gremlin report thing, but nothing really to do with what I was setting up. But just to mention that the video for tonight, okay. Oh, it's 4 minutes 37. So if we have a Phil Jam, it's under 5 minutes. Now, the reason that I'm struggling to read the messages over here on the screen that I have on the left hand side, which is Patreon, they've obviously just updated and changed the way that the messages work. The personal messages that I have with my patrons over there, the people at the bottom of this screen. The problem is, pretty much when they change anything on any piece of software, it's a bit of a nightmare because it totally changes how things used to work. So then you have to get used to how they now work. But now it says that I've got 99 plus new direct messages, and I was up to date with my messages last night. So that's less than 24 hours ago. So that was maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. So 4 or 5 a.m. I was up to date with my messages on Patreon. So I know that it can't be that I've got, and this says 99 plus, and I know that it means hundreds. There can't be hundreds of new messages overnight. That's never happened. So what it's doing is I can see that some of the new messages are my replies to people. So I know that they're not new messages. So it's telling me that one of my replies is a new message. Now, where this is going to be a bit of a pain is that I'm going to have to look through, hopefully not all of the messages, but to see which of the messages aren't a response from me to the person, the patron, but the patron messaging me. So yeah, I'm going to have to look through them and read them, and yeah, that's going to be a pain. So if you have messaged me on Patreon recently, I mean since last night, and I take a while to reply, is because I'm trying to go through all of these new messages that aren't actually new messages, but I've got to read through them to see if it's telling me it's a new message and it's just my reply, because there's no way that I've had hundreds of messages overnight. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain working my way through that, and that's why I'm struggling to get through and see Joe's message, even though it is highlighted, so I can click on it and it is at the top of the list because Joe does that I think just before we go live, so I can see Joe's message. But as for the other ones, yeah, I'll have to work through the list and see what's going on. So yeah, a bit of a gremlin report tonight, and thankfully it's not something that is to do with the live stream, and you can see me and you can hear me, or at least I assume you can, because you're very good at telling me when there's a problem, and then we can usually fix it, hopefully. But yeah, this is something that's happening over on Patreon, which is a little bit of a pain, but fingers crossed it'll all sort itself out. Right, now we're looking for 180 more people, just while I can work out that little bit of maths. So yes, 180. I was just questioning that in my mind, but that is correct. 310. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's get into Troll Corner early on, because then if we do it now, first of all, I won't forget to do it, but then we'll have a little bit more time for later on with Picture Corner. Maybe the Fill Jam if we hit the target, but maybe a Fill Tune or Riff of the Week, we will see. So let's jump into Troll Corner and see what's been going on over the last few days on the channel. See you guys in 6 seconds. Rock!
Oh, hello.
So I have made a note of a few of these, and the first comment that I had was made in true troll style. Somebody saying, "What the F are you talking about?" Oh, and I'm just skipping an advert there. But it was just that first sentence was great. But the video, I quite clearly state what I'm talking about. So I don't know what this person is talking about. But it was underneath the Beatles video where I was highlighting Quincy Jones's comments about the Beatles not being the best musicians in the world, but he said they were the worst musicians in the world. But what I said in that video, if you guys have seen it, you'll know that I was saying that the Beatles weren't session level musicians. They weren't musicians who had just focused on playing an instrument. They did so many other things. They sang, they wrote songs, they harmonized with each other, and they wrote great songs. So they did lots of different things. They didn't just focus on an instrument like lots of people do, and they are purely instrumentalists. That's their focus. That's what they do, and that's what session musicians do. They really focus on learning an instrument and perfecting it. And more often than not, session musicians read music as well, so it means that they've spent time learning to do that so that they can play something that is given to them, that somebody else has written. That's the difference. So yeah, and they can do it in maybe one take or a couple of takes. It doesn't take them very long to just play what they're being asked to play. So I was saying that the Beatles weren't session musicians, and this person, did that comment asking me what the whatever are you talking about. So yeah, I don't know exactly how they can comment that unless they just didn't watch the video, and maybe that's something that people do, that they literally don't even watch the video and then ask me what I'm talking about, having not seen that I'm talking about it. So anyway, so that was troll corner number 1. That was the first comment. Another one is a similar kind of comment that I've had before on the video with the Eagles performance and Don Henley with that backing track and the vocal that's on that backing track. And this person saying, what about Don Henley's talent? And they were referring to that he's been singing the song for, since the 70s, but yeah, for so many years, that what about his talent? Couldn't he just sing it exactly the same every time? But I mean, yeah, I think my follow-up video to that explains how it isn't possible. And then I did another video actually on Michael Jackson singing the same phrase 6 times, and he never matched the same vocal line. And when I say that, I mean in terms of his pitch. His pitch was never in exactly the same place. And that's what happens. It's like a vocal footprint. Once you sing something live, that's got its own unique fingerprint. So yeah, singing something exactly the same way on different dates of a tour in different years, it's not possible in the first place just standing in front of a microphone, as Michael Jackson proved in that video, let alone doing it, weeks apart, months apart, years apart. So we know that it's the same audio that's being played back. But the other thing about that is that there have been producers that have contacted me, and some of them have even commented to say that they've been, some producers and some commenters have been live sound guys, and they've been working with live performances and for record labels for 30 or 40 years, and they know that what we're looking at shows that it's exactly the same recording being played back. There's no other explanation for it. And that's reminded me of another comment that we had, which I'll throw in here as well, because somebody said on that Eagles video, and they're asking me, do you realize what you're doing? Because the Eagles are going to sue you for defamation. And I mean, I've replied in exactly the same way that I've replied to other people saying this, that I'm not defaming anybody. Or it's not defamation to state something that's happening. And that's all that I've done with that analysis video. It's exactly the same as every other analysis video that I've done. Somebody requested it and said, this performance, and they sent me 3 videos. They say, these performances sound exactly the same. How is that possible? Is it possible that it's the same audio for each performance, or the same vocal audio track? So I've analysed it, and I've done exactly what I do with every single video, which is get the objective data and then state what has happened and what we're listening to. So it's not defamation, it's just pointing out what we're listening to with objective data, having analysed the audio. So yeah, it's nothing to do with that. And this is why, yeah, the people that are saying, oh, you're going to be taken to court and everything, it's not going to get that far. And say, for example, hypothetically, that I got contacted by lawyers from either the record label or the Eagles, and they say, right, we're going to take you to court for stating that this is what's happening. I have a lot of people now that I can contact, and I've got a lot of support from producers. So there'll be quite a lot of, what do they call them? Maybe expert statements or something where you get somebody in a court who is stating and giving their background. They will say exactly what these sound guys and producers have said, that what we're looking at is 100% true. So the analysis that's been done on that audio, there's no other explanation for it. And this is coming from people who have been in the industry for 30 or 40 or 50 years, actually. There's one guy who's been doing it for 50 years, like live sound. And I mentioned this on Patreon. I have been contacted as well anonymously by somebody who's very involved with it. And that's all I'm going to say. And yeah, if it got that far, I would message this person and ask them whether they would actually go on the record, because they know exactly what's going on. And I did. The people over on Patreon will know what I'm referring to when I say about this particular person really knowing what's going on with the Eagles and their live performances, because yeah, he's certainly in the loop of what's going on. But I can't say anything about it because yeah, he wants to remain anonymous. But needless to say, he has confirmed what I'm pointing out in that video. And this isn't somebody who's just worked in live sound for 40 or 50 years. It's somebody who has been or is or has been, might have been directly involved with it. But like I said, if you did get that far, there's a lot of these people that I would be able to reference, and I'd be able to explain it as well. And I could even show my Michael Jackson video showing that even Michael Jackson couldn't sing the same thing twice in a row, singing into a microphone, doing it over and over and over again. And it was 4 words. He could not replicate the same 4 notes after each other. And the 4 notes were, "We are the world." That was it. That's all he was singing. He did that 6 times, and at no point did they match up. So maybe if a jury were looking at that, that would be my, that's what I'd put forward, that Michael Jackson couldn't do it twice in a row, and he tried 6 times. And we're saying that, I wouldn't even need to say this because you just look at the lines. They're replicating each other, which, is impossible. But anyway, enough of that. So, the people that do say that, all I'm doing is just stating what's happening. It's not defamation. It's just objective data that we're looking at. Right. And the final troll corner comment for tonight, or troll comment, is this is a bit of a weird one because it just purely said, "Just subscribed. Now I'm unsubscribing." So that was the comment, and this is under the Randy Travis video. And I think the all I can think of, the reason behind this is because I might have made a video that was maybe pointing out about AI being a negative thing, or just pointing out that it can now make up songs by itself, or imitate voices, all that kind of stuff. So people might have seen that as a negative thing. But with the video that I did on Randy's recent release, I'm pointing out that it's not all bad, that AI can be used for positive things. And I think maybe this person doesn't like the fact that I'm being, objective, that I'm pointing out that there are, different ways of using AI, and there are positive things that people might think it's positive and other things that people might think it's negative. So I always think it's important to, cover both sides of the story, both sides of the coin. So maybe that's why somebody unsubscribed, but I know that there are channels that just always look at the negative, and that's very much what they do. And I haven't got anything against those channels, but I'm somebody that likes to try and be as objective as possible, because that's where you get down to what is a fact and what isn't a fact. With that Eagles analysis video, you've got to get down to what is actually happening so that you can make an objective statement about the data that you're looking at, rather than saying, "Oh, I feel like that's happening." And that's another thing that some people say, especially on that Eagles video. They say, "Oh, this video went on for so long, you could have just said it's a backing track and that the vocal isn't live." Or some people just say, "You could have just said it's a backing track." But then I reply and saying, well, no, because that doesn't prove anything. Just saying it's a backing track, which might not actually be correct. It might just be the same vocal on the backing track, and there might be different elements on the backing track that are live, and the drummer could be playing to a click track and the vocal could be part of that click track. So there's multiple different things that could be going on, but what we know is that the vocal is the same vocal, and that's what I was pointing out. So this is why when somebody says, oh, you could have just said it in like 4 minutes, it's like, well, no, you can't say that, because that's saying, oh, it sounds like it's the same, so it is the same. You can't say that. Sounding like the same and being the same are two entirely different things. If you say something is the same, you've got to prove it with objective data. Otherwise, it's just an opinion, and opinions aren't facts. So, that's an important thing that I do try and reply to these people and let them know that you can't just make a statement based on your subjective opinion and think that that's a fact. It's not. It's your opinion. You've got to back up your opinion with facts, with objective data to make it a fact. So anyway, that's Troll Corner for tonight. So a bit of an active one. And I'm sure we'll be in here again at some point in the future. But until we are, let's get out of here, and I'll see you guys in 6 seconds. Rock! So I can see that there has been another donation. So thank you for this. It is Marcus who has donated 5 CHF. And so thank you for that. What could that be? I don't think I've seen that currency, or at least I haven't seen those letters before for that currency. And this is the guy again doing the mic drop. I said the guy. The pair, and this is something that I call everybody guys, something that we do here in the UK. You say hi guys, but it doesn't mean that it's men, it's like women and men and just everybody. So thank you for this, Marcus, doing the mic drop. And Joe says Swiss francs, so thank you for that, Marcus. And I know that francs are in France as well, so Swiss francs, so thank you for that, Marcus, for 5 of those. And looking over here into the PayPal window, we've had another donation, so thank you for this, Laura, who has donated £3.75. So thank you for that, Laura. And the message is services. So thank you for that donation. So now many of you might have noticed that I have not had a haircut yet, and this is, I know that some people look out for hair updates. I haven't had a haircut, which is glaringly obvious, but I've just about got away with being able to see. But I think maybe since the beginning of the live stream, I can see less than I started, but I can still just about see underneath my fringe because it is curling away. As you can see there, look at the curl on that. I don't know where it is, about there. So because my hair is curling away from my eyes, I can see what's happening. If it weren't, I would be in real trouble. So haircut is booked in for next Tuesday, which means Saturday's live stream is going to be bedlam. I don't know what's going to be happening. Maybe I can use that. Somebody requested that I wore the Wings of Pegasus cap. Maybe I can do that on Saturday. Who knows, depending on what the hair ends up doing, because it's always a bit random. I think I have dodged a bullet tonight, to be fair. But anyway, likeometer time. We are at 364 likes so far. If you could hit a thumbs up, or hit the thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated, because we're aiming for 490 tonight, which is quite a lot. It would be a new record for a Tuesday night live stream. I know that it's got to come to an end at some point, hitting these new records every single live stream. So maybe tonight is the night, but we will keep our fingers crossed that 122 more people get involved before the end of the live stream. We will see. Tammy says, leave the length, just cut the fringe. So thank you for that. And well, this is it, that I kind of like the length, but there's a bit, I don't think it's ever going to be possible to please everybody, because I like it a little bit longer. Other people like it a bit shorter. So it's impossible for me to know. I think actually, given that like my hair my hair here is quite curly. So if I were to straighten this, it would be down to here. So I think maybe it's a little bit silly. Well, I say silly. So yeah, if I pull on the ends, this is what my hairdresser does to show me the length of it. So if I pull there, as soon as I let go, right. So it would be down to about here if I straightened it. So that's, yeah, maybe a little bit borderline. So I'll get maybe, I don't know how much, an inch cut off this bit and then see what it looks like. But always the fringe gets cut. That's the thing that, yeah, starts blinding me. But I think last time I had my fringe cut, we went a little bit too far, because it's impossible to judge when my hair is wet. That's how it gets cut. And then when I wash my hair and dry it, it then goes back to, you know, being kind of more volumized and kind of going out rather than kind of down. So rather than going down, it just kind of stayed where it was, which was, the way above my eyebrows. So I think the next haircut will be a little bit more subtle, but we will see. Definitely in need of a fringe cut. So, right. It is approaching midnight for tonight's live stream. So what we are going to do is either going to jump into a riff of the week or a fill tune, but maybe we've got enough time to do both of those things. Who knows? So I tell you what, I'm just going to jump into a fill tune, because I always ask, if you want to see a fill tune or have a riff of the week, let me know in the live chat room. But I'm just going to make the decision that we're going to be jumping into a fill tune, because we haven't had one in a while. But I know that they are requested over on Patreon. And the reason that I'm smiling is because Patreon has moved away from the post where everybody requests the different videos and, well, the fill jam, or should I say, the fill tunes and the cover video and the song that we start with, which was Amelia, by the way. That's one of my songs on my album called Persistence. And if you want to check that out, head over to wingsofpegasus.com/music. So, let me mention about the Wings of Pegasus supporters page over on Facebook as well. If you are a Facebook user, you can check that out, get involved over there, because that's where a lot of the lovely people in the live chat room hang out between the live streams. So yeah, if you're a Facebook user, check that out. Right, so for the fill jam, I can see that, it doesn't always show all of the comments, so let me load them all up. Okay, Debbie says fill tune the Italian. Anna says the library, and then fireworks. So is that one for a different one as we go? Barbara says fireworks, and scrolling down. Fireworks again. I can never remember if we have. And then Orlando says the Italian job. Did I make one of the fireworks? I can't remember whether. Okay, I'm going to take a gamble here. I have something on the software that's called Fireworks, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to hope that that is the correct one, because I did a couple of these fill tunes, and one of the Fireworks ones, I can't remember why I had to change it, but something was wrong on it, or I used the original animations that used the ones that I didn't use before, so then I had to cut them out frame by frame in order to do the new one. So we'll see what this is. If it isn't the right one, then we will jump into the Italian fill tune. So let's jump into this. This is my real life story, an event that's really happened in my life, in my music career. So I'll see you guys after this, and hopefully it's the right one. Rock!
So, Phil, it was great to have you on the show this morning. Thank you for getting up at this ungodly hour to talk with me. Our audience absolutely loved it. In fact, we've had one call since the interview, so things are hectic, which is a great sign.
Thanks, Steve, it's no problem. Having one call so far is great, even though it sounded suspiciously like a wrong number from your response.
Oh my actual gosh. I just had the most fantastic idea for you, that couldn't possibly backfire, or end in total disaster.
That sounds ominous, but I will hear you out given that you're a well-respected DJ in the local vicinity.
I know the organizer of the biggest fireworks show in the area. He's booking acts this year to perform in front of the crowd. Last year there were 6,000 people there. Oh wow, this is going to be amazing.
Well, guff me. I was not expecting that, as it does sound like a fantastic opportunity. We are normally offered fantastic gigs in front of toilets or in pubs that look like libraries, basically anything that guffs us royally.
Trust me. There will be a big stage, a festival-sized sound system due to the crowd size. Every single last detail will be meticulously organized.
Wow. Finally an event that is going to be organized properly, ha 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 ha.
So, the show is in 4 weeks' time. I hope that's okay?
Well, that is soon. But, with 2 or 3 rehearsals a week at a substantial cost to myself hiring session musicians and rehearsal space, it is possible. It will mean emptying my bank account, but no matter. In the end it will all be worth it to play in front of 6,000 people, and I'll make the money back from merch and album sales. I will also get a few thousand flyers made up to hand out to promote the album, as it'll be most definitely and undoubtedly fantastically worth it and totally not something I'm going to regret. Well, this is a little queer. I'm sure this was the exact location I have been given for the festival stage. Surprisingly, I somehow can't seem to hear the clanking of the stage crew assembling the stage and sound system.
Hello, Steve here.
Oh hi Steve, it's Phil.
You have reached my phone. I'm unable to take your call right now, as I'm on holiday for 3 weeks currently and haven't taken my phone.
Oh ruddy heck.
Please leave a message.
Okay, this is not ideal. Maybe I'll ask that guy standing by that burger van. I have been avoiding eye contact, but needs must. Hello there. I wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for the location of a fireworks gig happening later tonight.
Hello.
Okay. So do you know the location for the event, and where the stage is?
Well, if you give me maybe 10 minutes, I'll crack on with setting up the stage, as I'm currently snowed under at the moment.
Ha 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 ha. That was a good one, a greatly fantastic joke and piece of banter, even though we have just met. But seriously, where is the stage?
The stage is in the black van over there. It will take me maybe 10 minutes to set up, as it is part of the van. It just folds out.
I have a deep respect for your dry sense of humor and your dedication to maintaining the aforementioned hilarity. Tonight I'm performing with my band, in front of 6,000 people. It's going to be absolutely super crazy on a mental level. I have my merch, flyers, CDs, family to help run the stall, the whole shebang, to recoup the money I've spent over the last 4 weeks to make the most of this fantastic opportunity. I just need to find where the ruddy heck it is.
Are you Phil, from Wings of Pegasus?
No doubt you just purely recognize me from my distinctive look, having checked me out on the internet, after my most excellent radio interview. I really highly doubt to the strongest level of conviction that it's because you have anything to do with what I'm talking about, or at least, I pray to the Lord of Guff that is the case.
Was it Steve from the radio station you spoke with?
Oh guff off. Apologies for that outburst. But, I've just been hit by the disturbing reality that this may well, indeed, as ruddy ridiculous as it sounds, not be the sickest of all jokes.
Yes, Wings of Pegasus will be playing in the van tonight, and no, there will not be 6,000 people here. The fireworks are happening in another field, and we decided to keep the music separate.
Well, that is fantastic news. My family will be overjoyed at the prospect of watching me and my band's headline set for 30 minutes, that we've been rehearsing religiously for 4 weeks, faced with the prospect of selling all the merch and CDs to no one.
A few things about that. The stage, which is just a van with the side removed, doesn't have space for more than one person. In fact, there are no mics or capability for live music. Also, your set has been reduced to 4 minutes as we have booked some school children to perform interpretative dance for 25 minutes before you. Therefore, you will have to perform to a backing track that is under 4 minutes. You can sing to that as I have a mic and small PA. By the way, the mic doesn't fit any mic stand ever designed in the history of the earth, so it will strike you in the face mid-performance.
By mid-performance, you mean 2 minutes into the performance.
Precisely.
Fantastic, this really is a dream come true. Like a dream where my bum is being guffed repeatedly, in the face. Well, I can just see my band arriving now with their families to see this epic show in front of 6,000 people. It's really amazingly great actually, because I've not only wasted all my money preparing for this, but I can tell my band they've just wasted 4 weeks of their lives. Even better, they can tell their families who have all traveled here, that there is no crowd and they might as well guff off back home. Unruddy believable.
And there we have it. So that was the Fireworks Phil tune. And yes, that all happened. So I think this is the point that a lot of people might need to kind of re-watch the Phil tunes and take everything in to really appreciate what happened with that. All of the rehearsal for the previous month turning up, and then it's just like a van where the side flips out. And yeah, there weren't 6,000 people there. Anyway, so yeah, slightly disappointing that one. There has been another donation in the PayPal window, so thank you for this, Robin. And Robin's donated £11.25. Thank you for that. And the message is, it would be fun to see the haircut in a short form video. You'll have to learn to blow dry it. Thanks for the fun and music. So thank you for that, Robin. And yeah, I don't tend to do these shorts videos things. I know that there are some people that, you know, have their phone with them all the time and are doing videos and always taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. But that's not really me. I don't do a lot of that. And yeah, it's just not part of, I guess, my generation. When I was growing up, because I was around before phones could, before mobile phones. Like if I went out, if I was in town, I'd have to find a phone and, you know, put in 10p in order to phone home for my parents to come and pick me up. So I think with the younger generation, they're just used to using it for everything. Whereas, yeah, for me, I use it for, you know, YouTube and keeping up to date with, you know, comments and all that kind of stuff. But as for recording everything that I'm doing every day, I just haven't got time to do it because I'm busy doing what I'm doing. So yeah, and also if I'm having a haircut, maybe it will, I don't know, distract my hairdresser, and then it could be an absolute disaster. So I'm not sure I'll take that risk. So anyway, thank you, Robin, for that suggestion anyway. Right, let's jump into the vote for tonight's cover video. And we have, by the way, 409 likes so far, which means we're looking for 81 more people to hit that thumbs up before the end of the live stream. So it's going to be a bit of a race against time to hit that target. And if we do hit the target, we are going to be having a Phil jam. We'll bust out the guitar and jam along to the track that Joe has sent me for tonight. So yeah, if you could hit that thumbs up, if you haven't done that already, that would be very much appreciated, because it would be a new record for tonight. 490 would be the highest total we've ever amassed on the channel for a Tuesday night live stream. So yeah, that's what we are aiming for. Right, let's bring the vote to a close for tonight's cover video. And it looks like it would be, and it is, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight with 63% of the vote. So thank you guys for voting for that, and you guys over on Patreon for requesting those two songs in the first place. Obviously, It's my version of the Cutting Crew classic. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. I keep looking for something I can't get. But broken hearts lie all around me, and I don't see an easy way to get out of this. The diary sits by the bedside table. The curtains are closed. The cat's in a cradle. Who'd have thought that a boy like me could come to this? Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight.
there we have it. That was my version of I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight by Cutting Crew. So, we are... what's that? 52 likes away from having a jam, Phil Jam number 142, and for hitting a new record for a Tuesday night live stream. So maybe, I'm not sure whether we can make it or not. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it would be much appreciated if you could do that, because you could be one of the 50 people, I think that's right, or 48 people now, that make it a reality. So yeah, we will see, aiming for 490. We'll keep an eye on it. Fingers crossed we can make it. We've got probably, 15 minutes, maybe a little bit less in order to make that happen. Or maybe just 10 minutes or less in order to then have enough time to have that Phil Jam as well, because the Phil Jam is 5 minutes in length, or maybe something like that, maybe just under. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, and it's now down to 44, so we're getting a few people. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. It is very much appreciated. If you're watching this in the future on catch up, you can keep on hitting that thumbs up. It really does help the live stream to get out there, but for the channel just to grow on the whole. So we are going to be jumping into Picture Corner as well to see what's going on in there. So let's jump into there now. And this is actually a picture that I should have shown last time, but I missed it because this is something that Nicole sent through Facebook, the Wings of Pegasus page there. And let me see if this actually appears, and it does appear in the middle of the screen. So thank you for sending this one in, Nicole. And we can see that it is the Wings of Pegasus album there, and there's a frog, and it's a little bit small to see, but maybe a rabbit, and it might be something to do with Alice in Wonderland. At least it looks like it might be that, because I think that's a clock, but it is very small. But anyway, thank you for that, Nicole. And here we have Laura, who is with, well, you can see that she's got the bucket hat on as well. But Laura said, got my bucket hat, great for doing yard work with my partner, Jackie Ray. So thank you for sending that one in, Laura and Nicole as well. So just 2 pictures for tonight in Picture Corner. So that was that. And if you guys want to upload any pictures of yourself, if you've got any Wings of Pegasus merchandise, then you can do, and head over to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. That's where you need to go. If you are a Facebook user, you can head over there, take a picture, upload it, and then Laura will link me to it and I will show it on the live stream. But yeah, that is Picture Corner for tonight. Now, where are we at? I think this is going to be one of those that's going to be very close. We are looking for 37 more people to hit the thumbs up before the end of the live stream. And yeah, well, I don't know whether we're going to make it or not. I can see that there has been another donation in the super chat window. So thank you for that, Orlando, who donated $5. And Orlando says, I am at a high school baseball game. I will catch you all at the next one. So thank you for that, Orlando. And yeah, it's very small on the screen, so reading out the messages, sometimes words look like other words, but yes, it's I am at a high school baseball game. I will catch you all at the next one. So thank you for that. And I can see Lucy says Phil Toon. We just had a Phil Toon, so maybe Lucy's only just tuned in. But yeah, we are now 33. I mean, we're getting there very slowly, but maybe a little bit too slowly in order to have the Phil Jam at the end of the live stream. So, Janice has donated £67.50. So thank you for that, Janice. And this says, bribe for doing the Phil Jam. Thank you for that. But as you guys know, you don't have to pay for me to do an analysis video or a Phil Jam or anything like that. don't require any kind of payment for anything. But, I mean, it depends. If that's the reason for the donation, then I might have to do it. But if you guys could hit the thumbs up, then it would help as well, because then we could get closer to 490 and we could almost get there. I don't want to make it... The problem is, if people donate in order for me to do a Phil Jam, then it becomes a regular thing, and I don't want it to kind of go along those lines. You know, like I say on these live streams, you don't have to donate. So yeah, then having to donate for a Phil Jam, yeah, it's not the way that I roll. Just getting as many thumbs up as possible. I mean, it's great for the live stream, the channel, but also it's great to kind of set targets and try and improve, which is what we all try to do day by day. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. At least now, oh, it's gone up by one more. So we're now looking for 31 more people to hit that thumbs up. But yeah, maybe we can have... We've got, but what, 3 more minutes? Let's have a riff of the week, and we'll see if by the end of the riff of the week, maybe we can get that thumbs up counter just clocking over a little bit more, because now we're looking for 29 more people. So we are getting there slowly. But yeah, so if you guys can give me a number between 1 and 100, that would be good in order to find which riff we're going to be taking a look at for riff of the week. And Laura sent me the email, which is great, so I can see which ones we've done, which ones we haven't done. There aren't a lot left, so I'm going to keep an eye on that live chat room. Liz says number 7. We've had number 7. Deborah says 72. We've had 72. Linda says 77. We've had 77. Josie said 23. We haven't had 23. So that is what we are going to be taking a look at. So this is going to be... Oh, hang on. I've got to go into the right place on my channel in order to find this. What was it? 23. Riff of the week 23. Which is there. And then we click on that. And then I pause it instantly. Right, now, as for where this is going to show up on the screen, I say I pause it instantly. It just started playing. So... yeah, let me get this on screen, or at least attempt to, so we can see what's going on. Obviously, it's off to the right-hand side. This is the same thing that I use for the pictures, so I've had to move it, hence why it's not quite where it should be. So let's move it across there. Right, so we're just looking for the name of the song in order to get this riff of the week. So yeah, give me your guesses, and the first one that comes through to me in the live chat room, in my live chat room as I see it, is the winner of just being the first. So let's have a listen and see what this is. Now, before we get into this, I'm not even... why is this not actually been watched? Or it's got 15 views. Right, let's just jump into this, because maybe this wasn't ever published. Let's have a listen. And there we have it. So, this is one of those that, I mean, as soon as it starts playing, you have to do some headbanging. So, let me have a little look down the list, because, yeah, Cindy says Enter Sandman. True Stories of Classic Rock says Enter Sandman as well. So, yeah, I think Cindy was the first in my list to get it. I think a lot of people are going to be getting this one. Suzanne as well. Chant of the North says Metallica, Enter Sandman. Martin gets it as well. Carl, Susie Q. So yes, congratulations to all of you who are saying it now in the live chat room. There it was. Yeah, it was Enter Sandman. And I don't know why that is not a video that's public. It's just unlisted. So yeah, I'm not sure whether that it must have been shown at some point, but Riff of the Week 23 was very early on, I suppose, in the Riffs of the Week. So therefore, it's probably out kind of years ago. But it's quite a good, still, a very rock and roll shot. So anyway, yes, it was Enter Sandman. Congratulations to those of you that got it. And just to mention that we are now looking for 12 more people to hit the thumbs up to have a jam. And maybe we'll be able to make it. Right, let me now get rid of this and get this, get myself back up on screen. We're up to date, I think, with everything. Yeah, super chat wise, PayPal wise. Let's jump into Patreon on here and go to Joe's message. Right, we're going to jump into it. So we're looking for 12 more people before the end of the live stream to make this official, to have the Phil Jam for tonight. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. No, not zoom in, zoom out. Amp on, click, link,
Purina Kit,
and mute advert. Right, so this is, I'm going to skip the advert, then pause that. This is A Million Miles Jam. Oh, Rory Gallagher style backing track, D minor in brackets, and this is from Now You Shred backing tracks. Oh no, backing / jam tracks. So, and that's with YOU in capital letters. So that is that. Let me grab that. I always forget to put my pedal close enough so I can actually access and see what's going on. Right, so, skip adverts. Where's my mouse? Click on that. Right, so, yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. Let's jump into this and see what it's all about. As for the levels, let me know what it's like. Levels are okay. it, and then goes into an advert. And I think there's a little bit of crowd noise or something at the end there, as if people are applauding at the end of the performance. So there we have it, and it is official. We did get to the lights goal for tonight of 490. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up, which makes the Phil Jam official. Because, yeah, as long as we hit that target before the end of the live stream, then it is all good. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. That is a new record for a Tuesday night live stream. So thank you guys for tuning in, hitting the thumbs up, and getting us to that target. And yeah, just for joining me on this Tuesday night. So everything I think we're up to date with. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm going to be back here with another video tomorrow night. And I'm going to be live streaming, of course, on Saturday night as well, 11 PM Greenwich Mean Time, where we will be attempting a new record for a Saturday night live stream, having hit one tonight. So we will see what happens then. But as I always say, all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!